Hello, and welcome to the sanctuary of Church of the Epiphany and to the altar space in our sanctuary. As many of you know, we are getting ready in the fall of 2021 in just a few short weeks to embark on a renovation project in this sacred space. We'll be removing the asbestos tile that was placed here in the 1950s when it was built before they knew of its health concerns. We'll be putting in new flooring. We'll be putting in flexible seating where we have pews now. We'll be replacing and repairing our lighting to provide some better illumination. And we'll be doing some small other projects, a new coat of paint, and a few other things to revitalize the space. But before that begins, we wanted to have the opportunity to show you the different iterations of our sanctuary through the decades. In 1954, the community that had organized as St. Michael and All Angels, as it was known then, had enough money and resources to begin the construction of this building. It was finished that same year and they began worshiping here. But when they began worshiping here, you'll see that the sanctuary had bare concrete walls. One parishioner from that time remembers how it used to brush off on you as you brushed aside it down the aisles. And it had complete tile flooring. And you'll see that through the years, some of that tile flooring was covered over by carpet in the 1980s. An organ loft was added in 1980. Before that, in the mid-1960s, paneling was added to cover the cinder block behind the altar here. It used to be that there was a red velvet hanging where the cross is now. And it used to be that the altar was against the back wall. Back then, morning prayer was a more typical service than Holy Eucharist on Sunday morning. Changes have happened through the years in this sanctuary space. And there will be yet more as we finish out 2021. It is true that the church is more than the building, that the church is the people, is the community of faith. We learned that over the last year and a half as we gathered for worship virtually, maintaining our ties to one another, but we also remember how much we missed this sacred space, how much we missed being in each other's presence. The space does have a power, and we worship a God who came among us as an incarnate person in the person of Jesus, whose presence with us in our human situation is a central tenet of our faith. And so we know that the buildings are important, and it is our responsibility to care for them, to be safe and healthy places, but also to be sacred spaces where prayers can be upheld to God, joys and sorrows celebrated, new members brought into the body of Christ, and lives commended to God's eternal mercy. And so we look forward to this time of renovation, and we invite you to remember as you watch these pictures of the sanctuary through the years that God is always doing a new thing. God promises in Revelation that we are always being made new. May we be made new through these efforts, not only our building, but ourselves as well, and opened to the grace and power of God in ways we have yet to imagine. May God bless you, and may God bless this project and this community of faith.
Sure foundation.